I'm refusing to cook in our kitchen because my wife decorated it. My wife and I, 37 male, 35 female, bought a house together 2 years ago. She had a laundry list of things that she absolutely had to have, but I only cared about one thing. I wanted a good kitchen with plenty of room to work. I've been cooking my whole life and I cook all of our meals. We found a beautiful house that we both love and everything was fine. She added her flair for most of the rooms. I let her choose the paint and furniture and wall art. We both paid our share and everything in the house is gorgeous. I love it. She has great taste. However, a few months ago she started talking about wanting to do the kitchen. I was open to it. It was now the only room in the house that hadn't gotten personalized and it made it stick out. The problem was that she wanted to put random knickknacks all over the place. Every day she was coming from the store with some new item. Baskets with fake fruit, big ceramic pots for flour, we don't bake, book-sized wooden blocks with sweet sayings on them, a wine rack and espresso machine, we don't drink either, vinaigrette decanters with glittery liquid on it, decorative plates that sit in the cabinet shelves in front of the real dishes. It all came to a head when I found out that she had put a toaster oven in the under cabinet and moved my big old chopping block above the fridge so that she can put a full serving tray with 4 cups, saucers, and a kettle set up in the middle of the counter, like we're hosting afternoon tea. We never do that. I told her that I was not on board. The kitchen is the perfect size to get cooking done. I use a toaster oven 3 times a day and my butcher's block lives in that spot. It lives there because I use it all the time. I asked her where there was even space left for me to put down my 20 by 28 butcher's block. She started showing what could be moved over to accommodate the block, and I said I wasn't moving stuff around every single time I want to cut a melon. She kept saying it wasn't a big deal and that I get used to it, but I stood firm on wanting this random stuff out of where I essentially work. She started crying and saying stuff like, "You don't get to just decide what's what." We tried talking about it again a few times and it always ends with her crying. I don't yell or anything. She just refuses to accept that I don't want a cute kitchen more than I want a useful one. I haven't cooked a full meal in our kitchen in 2 months. I make a few days worth at a time, of rice or potatoes and a tray full of proteins, bags of salad, frozen soup. I pack it up in the fridge to eat as needed. She's invited to eat any of it, but she doesn't like leftovers. She recently realizes that she's gaining weight, wasting tons of time in the drive-thru lines and paying lots of money for food she doesn't even enjoy. Last night, we tried once again to talk about the kitchen, and it ended with me saying that if it's so important, just let me have my kitchen how it needs to be to cook right. She started crying again and accused me of blackmailing her health to win an argument. I gave up after that, and we both had to leave for work before we could talk it over. I feel dead set that as a person actually using the kitchen, cooking tools should not have to compete for space with useless shit, and I refuse to cook in such a cumbersome way. What do y'all think? What should I do?